Hello all, we'll wait for a few more minutes and we'll start the session.
Okay, ma'am.
Sure, ma'am. Yeah, hello. Can anyone tell whether I'm audible or not?
Audible, ma'am. You are audible.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So this is revision session for week
Ma'am,
1.
your voice is too low.
For everyone, is it low?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, it's too low.
Now is it okay?
No, ma'am.
Hello, is it low still now?
Yes.
It's okay, ma'am.
Yeah, okay, thank you. So this is revision session from week 1 to week 8. So let me take the doubts, like whatever doubts you have from weeks 1 to 8, you can ask. Yeah, Misha Agarwal, please.
Ma'am,
You have-
actually, I have two doubts in the quiz one paper. So I think that counts in week 1 to 8.
Yeah, you can ask. Yeah,
I have two doubts, yeah, in the quiz one paper.
yeah, sure.
So could you please like display the paper, then I'll show. Yeah. Not the mock paper, madam, actually the actual paper which was given as an exam.
This one.
Yes, yes, yes.
So which one you are talking about?
I have a doubt in question 7 and question 8. It must be QP2. Yes, QP2.
Question 7, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Is this the question?
Yes, yes.
Okay, I will give time for everyone. Please look at this question and just understand, like just come up with an answer. This is for everyone. Please look at the question and try to solve it.
Ma'am, can you move the cursor below? Means little low.
She's asking to scroll down.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Just here. Ma'am, count will represent the same person which have different medal in same sports.
Okay.
A number of
Ma'am,
players.
may I tell?
Yeah, yes, please.
It count the number of players who play same sport but won different medals. Like someone we are checking someone has same name and playing same sport, but in the question it is saying that it has everyone has distinct name. So the same name, it means it has the person we are checking, it is the same player and it is playing also the same sport, but the medal he or she won is different, so we are counting them.
Okay. Number of players who have won different medals in the same sport. Yeah. So, yeah. Misha Agarwal, can you please tell what's your doubt in the question?
Madam, actually, I didn't understand the reason why we have that extra if statement comparing the two names. We are already told that all the names are distinct. So why do I have to compare the names?
Assume that every player has distinct name. See,
Right.
so yeah, now here your name is Misha, the other person name is something else, Rahul or something, some other different name. So every person has different names. Every player has distinct name. So, but in our score data, in our what Olympics data set, we are what keeping count of what? Like
The
each
same sport but different medals. So all those people we are trying to find.
no. See, the
First
thing is
name
in
should be one.
this, the thing in the Olympics data set is we are storing the players. Like in the Olympics data set, basically you can see the data set. What it keeps tracks of. It has some sequence number, some name, gender, nationality, year. So we will keep track of like whatever the medals which are won by the players in at each and every year. So 2000 some players will be winning some medals. No, that will we are keeping track. 2001 same, 2002 same. So similarly we will keep track of all the player names and whatever the medals they have won, that thing we are keeping. Okay.
So
So
if I compare
basically,
the names, so
mm,
does that mean that I'm trying to see if the same person has won like different medals in different years?
yes, you are just what you are telling here in the what you are checking in the pseudocode here. You are seeing whether x dot name equal to y dot name. So in our Olympics data set, we are checking each and every row. So we are checking whether the player name is repeated. If the player name is repeated, that means the player is same. Whatever the player we have seen previously, the same name. That means here it is already given. Assume that every player has a distinct name. If we have seen the same player name again, that means he is same. Like the player is same.
Okay, now actually, madam, I misunderstood the question. I thought we are comparing that one player to other players. I did not know that this is the comparison of the same player.
No, it is written in question. Everyone has distinct name.
Right. Yeah. It was my misunderstanding.
Ma'am, I have doubt from week 11 graded assignment. Shopping.
Yeah, week
Uh,
11 can be discussed in the later. Like this session is mainly for week 1 to week 8 only. Because yeah,
Okay.
week for other weeks there is another session.
Ma'am, then I have a doubt from quiz 2.
Okay,
I
is
have
this
a doubt
question
here in quiz 1, question 8.
yeah,
The
yeah.
next
Yeah,
question.
is this question clear for everyone? If anyone has
Yes,
doubt,
ma'am. Clear.
yeah, others
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
also
ma'am.
Clear.
please. Yeah, if someone has doubt, please respond. Some part is not clear or something. If not, I won't be able to understand.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah.
In the line 18, if a flag means, what does it indicate?
So flag is what? A Boolean variable that is holding either false or true. So when you are executing line 18, you will check what flag is holding. Is it storing false or is it storing true? At the time you will see. So if it is true, if flag is storing true, that means the if condition is satisfied, the if of true is true, then the if block is satisfied, then count equal to count plus 1 will happen. If when you are executing line 18, if the variable flag is holding false, that means if of false is false, the entire condition is false. So this 19th line won't be executed. Count equal to count plus 1 won't happen.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Any other doubts from this question for anyone?
Ma'am,
No,
if
ma'am.
all ma'am, if all name is distinct, so how line 8 will be execute? Then how it will take
All assume that every player has a distinct name. Okay. That means so, but the player names can be repeated in the table. So let us take the example here. In the 2000, like this player has played, player 1 has played, the same player has played in the 2001 and also won a different medal. Like in the 2000 he has won some gold medal, but in 2001 he has in 2002 or some year he has won silver medal. That means player 1 is same. but he's playing in the different year. So in the rows in our table, the player name can be repeated. But how will you say that player 1 in player 1 is same? By seeing the name only. So if the person has same name, that means he is the same player. It is already told that each player has a distinct name. If you see player 1 again in the table, then that means that whatever player you have seen above and below will be the
In
same.
different year.
Yeah, in different year. The player name is same. That means he is the same player.
Okay,
Because it
ma'am.
is told like every player has a distinct name.
Mhm.
That's why.
Get it, ma'am.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah. Yes, please.
I have a doubt in week 6, activity 3, ma'am.
Okay, let me finish this. 8th question
Yeah, ma'am.
also she told this. She has doubt. Misha. Okay, please everyone, please look at this 8th question and try to solve this.
Ma'am, when will the mock test from 1 to 11 week will be uploaded for seating?
I am not sure of this. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, in this count will count the number of players which are repeated.
This is library data set. You have all this.
Yes, ma'am. I mean authors. The number of times the author are repeated.
This question you should look carefully. Okay.
Number of books
May I try
by
to tell?
one author. Number of books by one author count to represents.
Ma'am, may I try?
Yeah, yes, please.
So we initialize count 1 0 and count 2 0. We pick up a card and move it to the we pick a card from table 1 and move to table 2 and increment count 1. So it count 1 is counting every card. Then we will move to 6th line. While table 1 has more rows, yes it has, because we have to compare another rest of the cards. Read the first row y in table 1. If x dot author equal to y dot author, it means that the card we put in table 2 has the author, and the y dot author, the remaining authors, is same. Then we will increment the count to so it says that if author return, it will count the number of books written by the same author.
Okay. So let us see the option. What will here count 1? What will count 1 represents? Count 1 is basically storing the information of each and every card.
Count 1 is the total number of books, so it should be M.
Okay. What is count 2?
N minus M.
So let us see the answer. Count 1 is N and count 2 is M minus N. Assume that there are M books with distinct names that are written by N authors, and each book is written by only one author. Okay. Count 1 is it getting incremented for each and every card? No. No, because we are moving some cards. So while iterating the first card, if we have found the same author name, if we have found this whatever the card, like author 1, if the first author is author 1, while iterating the table 1 again, if we have found the author 1, then we will move this to table 2. The card to table 2 if the author name. Similarly, such if you have found author 1 again in your table, then you will move to table 2. table 2 rows are not moved to table 1. That means those cards won't be counted. So you are counting only what you are counting actually. Are you counting the books? Books are distant. So each and every book name will be different. In the library data set, we are framing our data set based on the book names only. So book names are different in across the rows of our table. So you are not counting. M is not storing the value of count. M is not so sorry. Count 1 is not storing not storing the value of M, because we are
But
not
madam,
considering.
while we iterate and we are going over each and every book, and every time count 1 is being incremented. So
Yeah, but see, you are at first row. The first row, the author name is, let us take author name as author 1. So while you are moving that author to that whatever the first card to table 2. Okay, again you are iterating that table 1 again, like in the inner loop you are iterating the same table. So if you have found the same author 1, what you will move, you will increment the count to, and you will move that card to table 2. Okay, I will show that with an example. Let me share.
So count 1 is counting for the authors and count 2 is counting for the books.
Let me show that.
Okay.
Wait, let me open some editor. Okay. This time stopping my screen share. So this is your question. Here, is it visible or not? Should I increase the size?
Yes, ma'am.
It's okay.
Okay.
Oh, okay, ma'am.
See, here initially you have count 1, count 2, that are 0. Okay, let us take some example of data set. The same data set. I will take some other names. Author 1 and book 1. Book 1. Author 2. Book 2. Okay, book names are distinct. Okay, each and every book name is different, are distinct. See, now you can see, now what is your table 1, first row? Table 1 is this entire 4 rows. Now you are reading the first row X in table 1, move X to table 2, you are to. So this is table 1. Now after reading from table 1, I will move this to table 2. This to table 2. Okay. Count 1 equal to 1. So you are incrementing count 1 also. So count, initially you remember, right? How many rows you have? 4 rows. That is number of number of books only, no, right? That is number of books. How many rows you have, that is number of books only. So there are m books. It is given there are m books with distinct names that are written by n authors. So books are m and there are n authors. Count 1 equal to 1. Initially you have 4 books. Total number of books is 4. M value is 4. Okay. While table 1 has more rows, your table 1 has more rows that we are doing. Read the first row y in table 1. Okay, you are reading the first row in your table 1. You are checking if x dot author equal to y dot author. No, x dot author, what is your x dot author? Author 1. What is y dot author? Author 2. Both are not same. So you will go to this. Move y to table 3 part. So
I got it. Yeah, madam. So actually, count 1 will store all the names of the number of the authors, and count 2 is going to store like how many duplicates there are. So I got it. Yeah.
okay, now let me finish. Okay, then again this inner while loop is not finished. No, inner while loop you will still be iterating because this while table 1 has more rows will be continuing. So you will check whether the other name is same. What is the other row in your table 1? Other 1. What is yes, other name is same. So if the other name is same, what you will do? You will increment count 2. Now count 2 value will be count to value will be 1, and you will move this to move y to table 2. You are moving y to table 2. This is your table 2. Okay, that thing you are doing. Again, you will check whether other 1 and other everything are same, not same. Other 2 is not same as other 1. So it will be moved to table 3. So you are moving that to table 3. So your table 1 is empty now. Your table 1 is empty. Everything is empty. So what you are doing finally after finishing this while loop, inner while loop, you will move all rows from table 3 to table 1. You are moving now all rows from table 3 to table 1. That
Hello?
means this. Yeah, yes.
Sorry to interrupt you, ma'am.
Yeah.
The third one, you write the author 1, book 3, like table 2.
Yes.
This, why do not go table 3? It is go to table 2.
Yeah, it will go to table 2 because all the names are same. What is your x dot author? That is other 1. Now what is your y dot author here in your case? Other 1. That's why it will be moved to table 2, not table 3.
Okay. Ma'am, why do not connect the author 2?
Sorry?
I think author 1 and book 1. They move to table 2.
Yes, first card is moved to table 2.
Yeah. And after go to author and book. The author is different and book is also different.
Yeah, no connection with book. We are not checking for book at all. We are checking just authors. Okay.
Okay. Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So the thing is here. Now what are your rows in table 2? Let me. Okay. Why this option is coming here? Oh no, this one. Yeah. Okay, now you are seeing other 2. While table 1 has more rows, you are in this outer while loop. Yes, it has rows. Move x to table 2. Like you will read the first row, that is other 2, that will be moved to table 2. Again, yeah. This is moved to table 2. After moving table 2, you are just count 1 equal to count 1 plus 1 you will do. So count 1 will be 2 now. And okay, now your inner while loop starts. While table 1 has more rows, read the first row y in table 1. Okay, what is your first row in table 1? That is now author 2 and book 2. So if x dot author equal to y dot author, count 2 equal to count 2 plus 1. Yeah, both are same. So count 2 equal to count 2 plus 1 you will do. So that will be now 2. And move y to table 2. You will move y to table 2. So yeah, that's all. Else part won't be executed and the inner while loop will be checked again, like whether there are more rows in our table or not. No more rows in our table 1. So it will stop that iteration. Are there any rows we have moved to table 3? No. So yeah, move all rows from table 3 won't happen. And this, while the outer while loop still continues, it will see whether there are more rows in table 1, no more rows. So iteration stops. So at the end of iteration, you can see count 1 equal to 2. It is not getting incremented for each and every card. You can see if it is getting incremented for each and every card, then count 1 should be 4, not 2. But here what you can see is count 1 is just 2. It is not 4. So basically, why you are getting that 2, only 2, not 4? Because if the author names are same, you are moving it to table 2. The rows from the table 2 are not moved back to table, like first table again. So those rows are skipped. Basically, those rows are skipped. So that means it is counting, count 1 is keeping count of the number of authors. What is n? N is the number of distinct authors and M is the number of books. So basically count 1 is storing the number of books. Count 1 is storing the number of authors. And what count 2 is storing? Can anyone tell what count 2 is storing?
The book
Same.
written by same author.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, number of, sorry, what I'm sharing. So this is clear, no? Count 1 is n. What is n? N is nothing but number of authors written by number of authors. So what count 2 will be storing?
Same
Lot of
authors.
books written by same author.
Same author.
So
Ma'am,
it will store
and are distinct authors with distinct names. So count 2 are just
all the
removing
names are,
distinct
see here,
names.
sorry.
Ma'am, count 2 is just removing the distinct names out of total books, like which have distinct names. There are total M books, so we are just removing the N authors which have distinct names in count 2. I'm just saying that.
Okay, so for count 2, we are just counting if the author names are same. Out of the total M books, we are counting the number of if the author names are same, we are incrementing the count 2, right? Count 1 is like number of authors, total number of authors we are checking. What count 2 is doing is like out of the total number of authors, we are just checking for the similar author names. So how to get the number of similar author names? By counting the number of total books minus the number of authors, total number of authors. That will give the number of similar authors, right? Because see, there are M books like book 1, book 2, book 3, book 4 you have, but actually count 2 is also storing 2 only, if you notice. So number of distinct authors, what you can say is like author 1 and author 2 are distinct. So basically count 2 is storing the number of what? Those out of the total number of authors, it is storing the number of similar authors only. So it is total number of books minus n.
Yeah,
This
got
is-
it, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay, any other doubts? regarding
Yes,
this?
ma'am. Not in this paper, sorry, ma'am.
Ma'am, in the seventh question, can you please show me once, ma'am?
Yeah.
Here in 18th line, if a flag, here we have to consider flag is true, then only we have to count. Count is equal to count plus 1.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, any other doubts?
Are you asking in this paper, ma'am?
Yeah, any other thing, like if these two questions are completely understood by everyone, then we can move to other
Ma'am,
questions.
I have doubts, ma'am, in week 6, activity 3.
Okay. Okay, let me stop this. Okay, what is your doubt?
Ma'am, I've got doubt in the third and fourth question.
So for to understand the third and fourth question, you have to understand this pseudocode first, no? What this sorted list insert is doing. So everyone try to understand what this sorted list insert is doing. Procedure. Okay, what this list insert is doing, this procedure, it is returning some new list. How our new list will look like? Can anyone tell? How the elements in the new list will look like?
Sir, ma'am, it inserts it in the correct position. In ascending order.
In ascending order, yeah.
Yes.
So the elements in your list returned in by this procedure will be in ascending order. Why it is in ascending order? So actually L is your actual list, whatever the list you are passing, and X is the element that needed to be inserted, right? That's what it is. X is consider the procedure used to insert an element X in a sorted list L. So L is already sorted. You are trying to insert an element X in a sorted list. So you have like 1, 3, 4, 5. If there is element like 2 that you needed to be inserted, you have to insert that in your list L. So how for this is the procedure. Like what is happening? Yeah. Okay. Just give me a minute. So you wanted to insert an element in a sorted list L. The element is X. So for this, inside the procedure, you have defined new list, which is empty initially, and some variable inserted equal to false to keep the track of whether whatever the element X is inserted or not. To keep track of that only, you are maintaining this variable inserted. So for each Z in L, so you are iterating over this L, whatever the list we have, whatever the provided list we have. So it has the elements in sorted order only, what you are checking for each element, you are checking if not of inserted. Okay, if the element is not inserted, then initially it is false, no? Not of inserted will be true. If the element is not inserted, then it will be not of inserted will be true. Inserted is false, not of inserted will be true. And X less than Z. If the value of X is less than Z, so if the value is like 2, no, we have told 1, 3, 4. So X is 2, right? I told, and 2 is not less than 1. So this condition is not satisfied. So what you will do, new list equal to new list plus Z. Z, that Z is nothing but 1. So you will insert 1 in your new list. And this while loop, this for loop will continue again. If not of inserted, inserted variable you have not reset it to true. So not of inserted will be like true, and X is less than Z, you will check. So what is your current value of X? It is 2. What is the value of Z? It is 3, no? So 2 is less than 3, it is satisfied. So you will insert new list equal to new list plus X, it will happen. So the new list, now the new list will be updated to 1 and 2. Inserted is true. Now you are, after inserting the X in your list, you are making inserted equal to true. Okay. Now this will continue again. This what new list equal to new list plus Z will continue. That means 1, 2, 3 that will be appended to your list, and then this for loop will continue. Similarly, 4, 5 will be appending to your list. So what is happening here is, every time before inserting your element, you will every time before inserting X in the list, you will check whether the value of X is less than the current value of the element in the list. If it is less, then you will insert that X first in your list, and after inserting X, you will insert the value Z. So actually this list is, whatever the new list you are returning, new list, no, that is will be in ascending order. Is it clear or not for everyone? If someone has doubt, please ask.
Ma'am, could you, sorry, ma'am, but could you explain it with reference to the question?
See,
Because in the third one, the list we have given is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah,
And
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
and
So-
then the answer they are telling us is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then a 5 again. When I tried to solve the sum, I got stuck in the third step, ma'am, wherein L comma 4. At that part, I got stuck because my second element, I was getting it as 4 instead of 5.
See, you are trying to insert first L comma 5. So where 5
Yeah.
will be inserted? 5 is
Uh,
not less than 5.
Yeah, so 4 would get inserted in the
No,
list, right?
wait.
Okay.
So you will check whether 5 is less than 5 first. No, 5 is not less than 5. So that won't be inserted. So what will happen? New list equal to new list plus Z will happen. Z is nothing but 5. This 5 will be appended to your new list. Then you will check every case. 4, 3, 2, 1 also similarly you will check. So nowhere you will see 5 is less than, this condition won't happen. So finally you will insert. So your list will be 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 5. Okay.
Yeah, ma'am.
And for 4, the same thing will happen. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, no? So you will check whether 5 is less than 4. Yes, 5 is less than 4. So 4 will be initial for what inserted first. 4, 5.
Yes, ma'am. But after that only I got confused, ma'am. 4 gets inserted, and then which number would come, ma'am?
Then now 4 will be inserted. Yeah, 4 will be inserted
Four.
first. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 5 will be there. Because 5 is already inserted, no? 4 will be inserted first here only before 5. Yeah.
Oh, in the same list it would be inserted, ma'am.
Yes, yeah, in the same list it will be inserted. No,
But
because you are returning the new, you are passing the same L, the updated L only you are passing, no, every time.
yes, ma'am. But then we are adding the appending the elements into new list, no, ma'am,
In the new
which is
list
an empty
also,
list.
yeah, new list is empty. What you are doing, you are appending each and every element in this, whatever the existing list also. You are passing L, no? So that element is also
Uh,
getting updated, appended to your list, new
so
list in every iteration you can see.
so if I'm going to have L in this case is 543215 and X is 4.
Mm.
X is obviously lesser than 5, so X will get added.
Yeah, 4, 5, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 5, 3, 2, 1, 5 you will have. For 3, it is less than 4 also. So 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 5 will be there. For 2 also, 2 is less than 3. So 2, so the answer will be 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. Yeah, that will be there. And then your value is 1. So 1 will be there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Followed by 5 you will have. And 4, 3, 2, 1, 5 you will have. So what is that order?
Okay.
Let me check the answer.
Ma'am, your answer is correct, but my only doubt is each time L will not get reiterated, ma'am. Like from scratch, it won't build, is it?
Yeah, every time L will be building from new list will be building from scratch only, because you are passing different argument every time. So L comma 5, here what is your L? 1, 2, 3, 4. And what is your X? 5. So that is stored in L. Whatever the value the new list is returning, that will be stored in L. So in the first iteration, what will be your new list is written? What will be the return value? It will be in the first iteration.
543215.
Yeah, 543215. So your L is updated to 543215. So that
15.
is, yeah, that is updated list you are passing again. So you are passing 543215, comma 4. Now what element you wanted to insert in this particular list? 4. Okay.
Okay.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
ma'am, but in pseudocode it was written like 4 each. So it
Yeah,
has
for
to
each means it has to iterate over the passed list. Over the, you have passing some L, that list, over that list you have to iterate.
Ma'am, could we try the second L part, ma'am, wherein now the list is 543215 and we've got X as 4 and Z turns out to be 5, right, ma'am?
Sorry?
Could you scroll up, ma'am, to the actual... yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. So if we are going to have L comma 4, wherein L in this case turns out to be 543215.
Yes.
And then so our Z would be 5 and X would be 4. And it turns the if condition turns out to be true, so we add X to the which is 4 to the new list.
Yes.
Now the second time when I'm going to
see, so 4 will be appended to your new list. 4 will be added to your new list. And
yes,
then
ma'am.
yeah, so this statement is inside your for loop only. So this also will happen. New list equal to new list plus Z will happen. What is your Z? It is 5. So now your list will be updated to 4 comma 5.
Yeah, ma'am, that's exactly where my doubt is, ma'am. We have taken is it to be like 4 and then it has got appended to the new list. So we are done with the if part, no, ma'am.
Z is 4. Z is 5. Yeah, Z is 5. X is 4. You are done.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, got it.
Z is
Got
5,
it.
X is 4. You are
Okay.
iterating. Yeah, this if condition you will
I
check. If it is satisfied, then only you will execute this statement. Even if the if condition is satisfied or not, in case even if it is satisfied or not, this new list equal to new list plus z will happen for every case, even if the if
okay.
condition is satisfied or not. So each and every element of your L will be appended to your new list. But if the X is, so you are just checking for the right position to insert this X in your L. That's what you are doing. If the element is lesser than your current Z value, then you are appending. After appending that X, then you are appending Z also.
Yes, ma'am. Understood, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay.
I have another question in practice assignment, fourth one, week 6 only. Yes, ma'am. Listen.
So this question, yeah, just I'm giving some time for everyone to read the question. So everyone got the answer or not?
I got, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, this date is storing the information of days. Days is storing the information of days. For a given train, we have a list of days that contains a sequence of entries contained in the column day of train's data set. As an example, 12181 will be the following list of integers 11122. That means if let us consider them as days Monday, 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 and 2 will be Tuesday, something like that. Okay, Maduram is a passenger who brought the train. Sorry, the Maduram is a passenger who brought the train that at its starting station and get down its ending station. He has a peculiar habit of treating himself to exactly one sweet at midnight whenever he is on train. Which of the following expression gives the number of midnight sweets that he consumes during the course of his journey? So he has habit of treating himself with a sweet at midnight whenever he is on train. So midnight means at 12 a.m. at something. Yeah, that time. Okay. So you wanted to find how many number of midnight sweets that he consumes during the course of his journey. So here, let us take in the case of this list, how many sweets he will be eating here?
Ma'am, only one sweet.
Only
Because there
one
will be
sweet.
only one midnight.
Yeah, only one midnight there is. So how do you got that? 2 minus 1 only you did, no? 2 minus
Yes,
1.
ma'am.
Yeah.
Excuse me, ma'am. How do we come to the conclusion that there's only one midnight over here?
Yeah,
Sorry.
see. So these 111 is actually represents the day information. Like let us take this as Monday, and 22 represents some different day. This is like 2 is like after 1 it is 2, no? That is Tuesday. Something like this only. If
Second
you,
day.
yeah, second day, first day. This is first day and this is second day, something like that. Okay. So
Okay.
when there will be only one midnight between first and second, no? Then only he will consume a
Okay,
sweet.
okay, got it.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
So 2 minus 1 you are doing. How you got 2 minus 1? So let us
Last
do
minus first.
last of days minus first of days. If you do, you will get this 2 minus 1. Last of date is 2 and first of days is 1. That is 2 minus 1. And last of days minus first of days plus 1. That won't give correct answer, no? That won't be correct answer. Last of init of days minus. So actually it will be last of days minus 1 also. It also will give the correct answer.
And I think
Because
third will also give the correct answer.
Yes, third.
But for only for this list, if we take consider another list, it will
yes,
not give the correct.
yes. Only for this list, it gives the correct answer. Basically, the logic is you wanted to find the number of midnights. How will you get the number of midnights? So last element of your list minus 1, it will give the correct number of midnights, right? So
Exactly.
yeah, or last element minus first element of your list, that also will give the number of midnights. Okay, basically you have to do that only, check for that only, count number of midnights. So how to get the number of midnights? Last element minus first element or last element minus 1, that will give the number of midnights, because first day you wanted to subtract no starting day from the last day.
Ma'am,
Yeah,
why we do not take the last option?
what is last option? Length of days minus 1.
Yeah.
What is length of days? Days is a list. So what is your length of list? It is more, no? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 minus 1 is 5. This is not true, no? Length of days can be anything. Like it here you can see the day. First day is repeated 4 times.
It will be correct if he takes 5 chocolates per midnight, but he is taking 1 chocolate only.
Okay.
Okay. Any other doubts from week 1 to week 8? Yeah, you can ask any doubt from week 1 to week 8.
Ma'am, third question. This assignment.
Please look at this question for some time and we can discuss. Yeah, what is the answer? Anyone of you would you like to explain this question? Yeah, anyone of you? So basically, what we should do here. Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. What is being done in this question? The is similar procedure that accepts two lists as parameter and checks for the similarity of A and B. If they are similar, it should return true. If they are not similar, it should return false. When we are calling two lists are same, if ith word of first sentence has same parts of speech as ith word of second sentence, then only we are saying the two lists are same. That means they should be noun in both the list, pronoun in the both the list. In the same way, like at the particular index, that particular what parts of speech should be there. So if the first element is noun, the first element in the second list also should be noun. If the second element in the first list is pronoun, the second element in the second list should be pronoun. So in the same way, like the position and the elements should be same. They should be the same elements at the same position. So that's what we should check for. Here, if the length of lists are not same, then we can say that it is false. The both lists are not true. The condition is not satisfied. No, yeah. What we are doing? So we have to compare the two lists. We have to check each and every element of both the list. So for this, we are making C list equal to B list, and you can iterate over the A list. So for each X in A list, you will check whether the first element, if they are not same, if the first element itself is not same, then you can say both lists are not similar. Return false you can do. You can stop the execution there itself. So here you can see, if X not equal to first of C list, then you are returning false. And okay, if they are same, then we have to check for the second element of C list with the second element of A list. So second element of A list will be the element in the next iteration. So how to get the second element of your C list? That you are comparing with
Init
the
list.
not init. Init will give the initial part of the list by removing
Rest,
the rest. You have to take
Rest.
the rest. Yes, you have to take for the rest. So which thing is doing that? This is correct only, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah. This option is correct. Okay, you can clearly tell why first option is wrong.
Because it is not updating at the end. Wrong
So
updation.
yeah, after seeing both first elements are same, first noun, you will return true. You won't check for the another cases. That thing not happening here. So if you are returning some value, then the procedure stops execution. No, so if the first element is noun in A list and it is noun in B list also, it will simply return true. It won't check for the remaining elements. So that's why this option is wrong. Here this option is why it is wrong. C list equal to init of C list. Which element you are you have compared first element with first element, but what you are updating your C list to init, like after removing the initial element, after removing the last element, you are returning the initial part of your list. The last element you have not compared at all. So that is wrong updation of your C list. So here rest, this is correct. C option is correct. Yeah.
Got it, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, can you go to option 1?
Yeah.
Ma'am, in line 5, if there was rest, then it will be correct option.
No, it won't be correct option. So what is happening here is,
Ma'am, you are telling that if we find one sentence is equal, like it in a noun.
no,
So
what I'm telling is,
yeah.
if your first element of both the lists are same, If it is noun in both the list, then it will return true. If it is like noun, pronoun in first list, and if it is noun, verb in second list, in that case also it will return true, this statement. Because once, so while you are iterating, what is your first element of your A list? Noun. So if X equal to first of C list is also noun. So after finding both of them are same, it is returning true. It will return true. The procedure will say telling the two lists are similar after finding one same value. Okay, the second element you are not comparing. The second element, what we told, it is pronoun and it is verb in other sentence. But those comparison is not happening after finding one same element in both the list, like one same element in the both the list, it is returning true. Okay.
Okay, ma'am, get it.
Yeah.
Ma'am,
Yeah. Yeah, yes, please.
ma'am, in week 2, that activity 7, the third question, I wanted to know that why is the small n lesser than equal to the big N when the previous both answers are n and n.
Which question?
Hello.
Week 2? Yeah.
Yeah.
Activity
Nalini, I
question
just
7.
just a minute, Jha. Nalini, I just would like to check if we are going to revise the topics of week 5, 6, 7, 8. Any of the concepts are going to be taught, or it's only the doubt session?
See, once doubts are finished, I can cover them quickly because week 12 slides, I will cover the week 12 slides, the slides which are there in the week 12. They will give overview.
Week
Actually.
12.
Yeah, week 12 slides are summary of all those weeks.
Okay, let's start that because 8 o'clock again we have to wind this up, right? It's 6 to 8, right? It's already 7:10.
Okay, yeah. So actually week 1 to week 4 are basically easy weeks only, no?
I'm not asking week 1 to week 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In case if any main topics that needs to be revised or conceptual wise, if you need to give us the information, that would be great.
Okay, sure. So yeah, after this question, we'll do that only then. Yeah.
Sure. Oh, thanks.
Activity 2.2 or something, which activity you are mentioning?
2.7.
Yeah, 2.7.
The third one.
What is N? What is capital N? And what is small n? What is capital N and what is small n?
Small n is the max card variable.
So let max marks be a variable that keeps track of maximum total marks in the scores data set. Let max card be a variable that keeps track of the index of which has the total maximum marks. Okay, maximum total marks. We write a procedure similar to that given in the lecture to determine the maximum total marks and index of the card corresponding to that. If max is updated n times, if max marks is updated n times during the execution, how many times the variable max card will be updated? It will be also updated n times. Okay, let there are n cards. So the total number of cards are n. And this capital N. And what is small n? Small n is nothing but number of times we are updating the variable. That's all. So yeah, assume that the pile is arranged in ascending. Okay, what is the based on the answers from the above question, what is the relationship between n and n? So the updation can happen n times, or it can happen less a number of times. Okay, so n, the small n can be less than or equal to capital N. The answer is that because if the first card itself is a max card, then you won't update the card at any time. You won't update that max marks won't be updated. This max marks variable won't be updated because the first card itself is max card. So the number of updation is 0. But if the first card is smallest card, and if the cards are arranged in ascending order, then you will update your card n times, capital N times. Like number of cards you are that are there, that you will update that many number of times. So n must be less than or equal to n. Okay. Small n and capital N are different. Small n is for number of times we are updating max marks variable, and n is the total number of cards. Okay.
Ma'am, but in the lecture, they have taken the initial value as -1 as the sequence number, if we have to consider
Yeah,
the card
minus
number.
one. Yeah, -1 as a
So
sequence
if
number.
the
Okay.
first card is the highest, then it will go to 0. So one more time, it is getting updated, right?
If the first card is the highest card, then it will update only one time and will be updated only once.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
So it should be equal then, because even the max number n is getting updated one time, and even the card number is getting updated one time.
It should be n is total number of cards. So if the first card itself max marks, if the first card itself is max marks, then n will be updated only once. For all other remaining cards, it won't be updated. But still you have 30 cards, no? But n is getting updated only once. So yeah, the capital N is greater than, always greater than or equal to small n, or small n is less than or equal to capital N. Okay.
Okay, ma'am, got it. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. So we'll go to the summary now then. So this is not required 12.1 actually. So everyone know this if, else, if as ladder, nested if, multiple iteration, nested iteration, procedures, this everything, everyone knows this, or should I explain anything about if else or anything?
We know, ma'am, these things.
Yeah, if someone needs, please tell. If not, we'll go to the other weeks. If someone needs this, I will explain. If not, we'll go to the other. Okay, I hope this is clear for everyone.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
could you like quickly give us a recap of these things if possible?
So when if block will be executed, only if the condition is true. If else, like if the condition is not true, then it will go to the else block. If that particular if is followed by the else. Okay, you can have multiple ifs, multiple else. So you have to check the corresponding else's for that particular if, and then you have to execute accordingly. If the condition is true, the particular if will be executed. The statements inside the if will be executed. If it is not, the statement inside the else will be executed if that particular if is followed by a else. Nested if means if inside if. So you have seen many times in the many examples, no? If one condition is satisfied, then if you have nested if, then you will check for the second condition also, then only the statements will be executed if both the conditions are true. If the first if condition and if the inner if condition is true, then only the statements inside the nested if will be executed. Okay, iteration means while loops, for loop, that loops you will use that things for iterating. These are for filtering your cards. If conditions are for filtering, and iterating means like you have to iterate through each and every card. So for this you have iterators like while and for. So you have multiple iterations. So in order to find the average total marks, you will first keep the track of sum and keep the track of number of cards in the first iteration, and then you will find an average. And if you wanted to find the number of students who have got more than the average total marks, then you want another for loop to iterate over the cards, to check whether the particular student marks, total marks is greater than average. So that is multiple iteration. So it is clearly mentioned non-nested. That means you can have multiple for loops or multiple while loops inside a single pseudocode, inside a single, that's it, pseudocode.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, are you starting with week 1?
Yeah, this is week 1 only.
Ma'am, I have a doubt in quiz, mock test, quiz 2.
Okay, let us do this first then. Okay, we have, yeah.
Ma'am, for each is also iteration, no?
Yeah, for each also iteration. While
Ma'am, can we say that recursion is also iteration?
Yes, ma'am. Like there is a difference between iteration and recursion. Can we just go through that?
yeah, that is later weeks, no? That will be covered in the next revision session.
Ma'am, it was
Okay.
already done.
Division section from week 1 to week 9 to week
Week
12.
9 to 12 is completed.
Okay. Okay, then yeah, in the recursion also, recursion is another way of iteration only. This is also
Okay.
kind of iteration only. So nested iteration means for inside a for or while inside a while loop, the inner while loops which we have seen in order to do the pairwise comparisons. That is nested iteration. Procedures are nothing that perform some task that has some name. It can take some parameters or cannot, or you can have the procedure without any arguments as well, and it returns something. Okay, the return value will.
Ma'am, can procedure take something else and the data given something else? It is possible. Like list L is given and procedure is saying procedure A. Is this possible?
Sorry.
Is this correct statement, ma'am?
No, if it is list, you should pass list only to your procedure. If it is
Ma'am,
taking two
then-
arguments, you should
Ma'am-
invoke the procedure with 2 arguments. Yeah.
Ma'am, in quiz 2, question number 11, given a list A and in procedure it is written do something with C. So that
Yeah, the
that
names can
confuse
be
me.
yeah, the names can be anything. The names can be A list or B list or C list. But if it is taking some list, you should pass a list to that. Names can be anything, any
Ma'am,
variable
but,
names.
list is given like L is equal to this some list and procedure is saying do something with A. So this confuse there is given L and how to do something with A. What is A?
I will go to the procedure parts.
I think we will be calling the procedure with some name.
So procedure here find max is a procedure, right? Find max is a procedure that takes some subject. It can be anything, max, marks, max, physics or chemistry. You can pass any subject. The name is like, okay, if you are calling m max equal to find max of mathematics, then subject variable will be storing mathematics. If you are saying m max p max equal to find max of physics, during this procedure, inside this procedure, subject will be storing physics. Okay.
Exactly, ma'am. Here, if we have to consider mathematics, then procedure will be mathematics, right?
Yeah, the subject, wherever you are seeing subject inside the procedure, that will be replaced by mathematics. It will be like if x dot mathematics greater than max, max equal to x dot mathematics, that will be happening. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, wherever this variable subject is there, that will be replaced by mathematics or physics or chemistry. If it is mathematics, if you are calling with mathematics, it will be replaced by mathematics. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. So return means the procedure returns something. That is, the return value will be stored in the whatever. Previously we have seen no m max equal to find max of mathematics. So m max will be storing the value which is written by the procedure. Exit loop means if you see exit loop, then the particular, so the iteration, you will execute, you will stop iterating from that block. So if you are seeing exit loop here, that means while you are iterating, if you see exit loop here, then this particular inner while loop will be stopped. You will start the new iteration again. The outer while loop still be happening, but the inner while loop iteration will be stopped here. In this case, you can see, okay, here you can see exit loop is happening here. Okay, let me take the example only. So here, if I equal to j, then you are exiting the loop. When it will be exited, so 1 1, for the first case you are starting with 1 1, no, so it will be stopped, the inner while loop will be stopped. For the in the second iteration it will be 2, and the inner while loop will be starting from 1 only, because you are not updating this, no. So for the first iteration, it will be, the inner iteration will be 1 1 1 2 3, right? But for, see here, you are starting with I equal to 1 and j equal to 1 and equal to 4. So let us see like what happens. So initially 1 is less than 4. Okay, the iteration continues. While 1 is less than n, yes, 1 is less than 4, that is also iteration continues. If I equal to j, what is I? I is 1 and j is 1. So this exit loop will happen. So you will exit from this inner while loop. Inner while loop only you will get exited, and I equal to I plus 1 will happen. I value is 2 this time. 2 is less than n, okay. 2 is less than 4, that is okay. While what is your value of j? J is 1 only. You have not incremented anything j. So j is 1 is less than 4, that is true. And if I equal to j, no, 2 is not equal to 1. So this won't happen. Sum equal to sum plus j will happen. The inner while loop, what is the statement inside your inner while loop? Sum equal to sum plus j. Sum plus j is sum equal to sum plus 1. Sum will be 1. J equal to 2 will happen this time. I equal to 3. That so if some condition is satisfied, you are telling exit loop. Exit loop will exit the loop only from, we will exit only from this inner while loop, not outer while loop. So exit loop terminates the only loop from which the statement has been called. So from where we are calling the exit loop? From this inner while loop, no? So that while loop will be terminated. If the statement is here, something after I equal to I plus 1, if the statement is exit loop here, if that statement is getting executed, then where you are seeing this exit loop, at that time you will be seeing it from the outer loop. So the outer loop will be terminated. So exit loop terminates the only loop from which the statement has been called. Return statement terminates the procedure and flow of the code goes back to the procedure call. So whenever you are seeing the return statement, the procedure will be terminated and our control, the flow of our program goes back to the statement where that particular procedure is called. Okay, that's all with this 12.1 tutorial. Is there any doubt regarding that?
No, ma'am.
Okay. In the 12.2 tutorial, it is basically about list, dictionary, list, insertion, sort, dictionary, index versus key. So what is list? List is a collection of values stored in the sequential order. So in the list, we are storing the elements in sequential order. List can store values of different data types. List can store duplicates values as well. You can store 1, 2, 3, 4 and some strings also inside the same list. It can store duplicate values as well, like 1, 1, 2, 2, something like that also you can store in your list. List preserves the order of elements in it. An element in a list can be another list or a dictionary. So the elements inside a list can be a list or a dictionary. List is initialized using this empty square bracket notation. List equal to this empty square bracket or length of L equal to 0. Length, this procedure will give the length of the the number of elements present in your list.
Ma'am, what mean here by sequence order? We can take anything in the list like 1, 4,
Yeah,
8.
yeah, you can pick the but when you iterate over the list, you will get, if you insert first
Okay.
element will be there. If you insert
Oh, yeah.
second element will be there. No, 1, 2, 3. Okay, if the elements are 1, 2, 3, 4, while you are iterating, you will get 1, 2, 3, 4 only as sequence. Yeah,
Okay, ma'am.
that is sequential order. So plus operator is used to append, update, or append an element to your list. So if you have one list, if you say list plus list, then you are okay, you have list 1, 2 first list, and if the other list is 3, 4, list of 3, 4 elements, if you say list equal to list 1 L1 plus L2, then your list, the update, the new list will be 1, 2, 3, 4. So plus operator just what appends the not append, it is used to update an element to your list. You can update an element or you can update a list to a list, that also can happen. So plus operator is used for two different operations, append and extend. So it merges two lists. Okay, if you have L1, L2 as this, if you say L1 plus L2, then your list will be 1, 2, 3, 4 ABC. Okay, if L is something 1, 2, 3, and if you wanted to insert 4 to your this L, then if you can say L plus square bracket of 4. If it is an element, you have to use square bracket. While appending, then your new list will be 1, 2, 3, 4. You can append either first or you can append last. So yeah, L plus X will insert the element at the end. X plus L, that means X will be inserted at the beginning of your list.
Ma'am, one doubt here.
Yeah.
Ma'am, if we have to insert a list of A in that list, then how we'll append this?
So it depends. If you wanted to append, if your elements has to be 1, 2, 3 and list of ABC as another element, then you will say L plus list of, inside the square brackets you will put L2. But you don't want that. If you wanted 1, 2, 3 and ABC as your elements, then you will do this. But if you wanted 1, 2, 3 as 3 different element and the list of ABC as another different element, list of ABC as another single element, then L1 will be 1, 2, 3 the list plus square brackets of this L2 you will give. At
Okay,
that
ma'am.
time it will be 1, 2, 3 and inside the square bracket you will get ABC. ABC will be the fourth element of your list, which is list of ABC. Okay.
Get it, ma'am.
Yeah. Adding list to a list. Okay, this is given here. So if you wanted to, previously we have seen adding some merging to a list or appending an element to a list, that we have seen. No, if you wanted to merge two lists, then you can simply use plus L1 plus L2. If you wanted to append an element to a list, you will say L plus inside the square bracket you will put that X. Or if you wanted to do at the end, if you wanted to do at the beginning, you will put square bracket plus L. Okay, if you wanted to add list to a list, then you will say L equal to L plus within the square bracket you will put L1 or anything, or L equal to L plus L2. That means you are first appending L1, you are to the empty list, you are first appending this 1, 2, 3 as one element. So it will be like 1, 2, 3. It is list of one element that has one list of 1, 2, 3. And if you wanted to insert ABC as second element of your list, then you will say L is which is a list. For this list, you wanted to add another element, which is a list. So you will put inside the square brackets, and inside the square bracket, there is another list. So this is the notation you will do. If you wanted to add dictionaries to a list, you will say L plus inside the square bracket, you will give dictionary. Okay, that's all. Is it clear for everyone?
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Where can I find these PDFs, ma'am?
Yeah, inside the supplementary contents you will find, no?
In week 12.
Yeah, in week 12. For week 12 PPT slides. If the list is in empty, then the length of your list is 0. And first of L is undefined. And last of L is undefined for that list. Rest of L is empty list. And init of L is empty list. If the list has one element, then the length of your list is 1. And first of your list is 10. Last of your list is also the same element. And last of your list is also the same element. And the rest of your list means after removing the first element. If you remove the one element from your list, then you will have empty list. So it is empty list. Init of that the same list also will be empty list, because after removing the last element, the list is empty only, so it will be empty list. So if it is list of 1 2 3 4, then the length of your list is 4, and the first of your list is 1. First is the first element of your list, that is 1. Last of L is 4, that is the last element of your list. And rest of your list is, after removing the first element, what is your rest part, remaining part, that rest function will return. Rest function will return a list, which is list of 2 3 4. What is init of that particular list? It will be after removing the last element, the initial part of your list. So after removing the last element, that is 4. After removing the 4, the initial part of your list is 1 2 3. So that is init of L you will get. Okay, the same thing for everything. Here, let us see this as example. 1 2 3 1 4 9, this one. What is your length of list here? You have 3 elements here. So length of list is 3. First of your list is first element of your list. What is your first element of list? It is list of 1 2 3. That's why it is list 1 2 3. What is the rest element of the last element of your list? It is list of 1827. What is the rest of your list? Rest of your list is list after removing the first element. So it will be the list of 1149 and 187. Yeah, that is the thing. Is this clear for everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Clear.
Yeah, init of list will be the initial part of your list after removing the last element. So it will be list of 123 and 149. So it will be this 2 element. The same thing for this dictionary also. The same. You must remember what first means first element, last means last element of your list. Rest means the remaining part of your list after removing the first element. Init means the initial part of your list after removing the last element. Okay, this is insertion
ma'am.
sort. Yeah.
Ma'am, these are all videos. Can you provide the PDFs? I was asking for the PDFs.
PDFs are there in supplementary contents where you can find lecture PPT slides. I have taken it from portal only. Go to
Ma'am, in case there are 3 lists and we need to find the init and the rest of it, so in that case we'll remove the whole last part of the list itself or only the element. Like for example, in the example with 3 lengths.
Whole last list.
Full
We
last
will
list.
remove.
The element, what is your element? What is your first element? 1 2 3. What is your second element? List of 149. What is your last element of your list? List of 1827. So what is init of L after removing the last element? Last element means after removing the complete 1827, that list. What is the remaining part of your list? It is list of 1 2 3 and list of 149. That will be written.
So in these cases, we assume that this is an individual element, a whole list.
You are not audible properly.
Ma'am, I'm saying that when more than 1 or 2 lists are connected to each other like this way, so we assume that this is an individual element altogether.
Yes, yeah. So insertion sort basically is used to insert an element to a list which is already sorted. So that thing, yeah, we have seen that thing in this discussion also, while we are discussing also the same procedure. The same procedure someone has asked out previously also, the same thing we have seen earlier also. So basically you will find the correct place where to insert this particular element, whatever that is passed. Actually, you will have some sorted list. You will be finding the correct position where to insert that element inside the sorted list. For this, you will be iterating over the sorted list. If you have found the correct position, if that particular element is less than the elements whatever you are iterating, then if you have found that position, then you will insert that element, and then the remaining elements will be inserted, and then you will return an updated list. That thing we have seen in the earlier question also. So dictionary, yeah.
In this sorted list concept, like first when the inserted turns true, how does it become false again? Like when they say
If you
inserted
are
true and
inserted, if you have inserted already an element that needed to be inserted, why you need to why you need to what check for that again? So if it is inserted is true, it won't be false again. This if condition you won't check. What you will do, you will simply add the elements of your list, the elements what are there, the remaining elements of your list. You have already found a position for the element X. You have already inserted that. Why need to check for the inserted status? No need, right? No need to insert the element again. So that's why if it
okay.
is turned to true, then yeah, there is no purpose to what again set it to false.
Because there was this if not inserted again it appears no ma'am after for each element in the sorted list. That's why I wanted to know what does this not inserted mean in that case, ma'am, once it becomes inserted true.
Yeah, if inserted is true, not of inserted will be false. That if condition won't be executed, simply you will temp list equal to temp list plus this element will happen. You will simply append whatever the elements that are there inside the sorted list, whatever the list which you are passing, that list you will just append to the temp list.
Okay,
Okay. Yeah. So dictionary is a collection of element stored as key value pair. Dictionary can store keys and values of different data types. Keys can be and values can be of different data types. Dictionary can store duplicate values, but keys must be unique. So for a dictionary, keys must be unique, but values can be duplicate. Dictionary does not preserve the order of elements in it. A value in dictionary can be another dictionary or a list. It can be dictionary or a list. Dictionary is initialized by using this flower bracket notation. The dictionary value is accessed using D of key notation. If you say D of that particular key, the particular value will be given. Okay, let us take like D is a dictionary where A, B, C are keys and 1, 2, 3 are values. The keys must be unique. The keys must be unique, but values can be repeated. So A can be mapped to 1 and B also can be mapped to 1. So the keys must be unique, but values can be duplicated values also must be there. So while you say keys of D, you may get the order as ABC or ACB or something. Keys of D function will return list of keys present in the dictionary. It can be any order like ABC or ACB or BCA, something. The order can be anything, but you will get all the keys in your that particular dictionary. Dictionary does not preserve order. That means it does not preserve the order. Therefore, keys function can return the list of keys in any order. Is key of D comma K function returns true if the key is present in the dictionary D, else it returns false. So okay, you wanted to check whether A is a key of your dictionary D or not. So at that time, you can use this function is key of D comma A that will return true if that particular A is key of your dictionary. Okay, if A is not key of dictionary, it will return false. So here A is key, it will return true. Here Z is not key of your dictionary, so it will return false. So index versus key. List has indices. Dictionary has keys. Indices indicate the position of the element in the list. Index is always an integer starting from 0 to n. The index of the index of 10 is 0. The index of 20 is 1. So on. Dictionary has keys. Keys is a unique entity used to identify the value in a dictionary. Keys can be of any data type. So yeah. here if you say if you wanted to access 20, that should be done by using the only key. So d of 2 will give the value of 20, d of 1 will give the value of 10, d of 3 will give the value 30, d of 4 will give the value 40. So you can just access the values in a dictionary by using keys only. If you wanted to update something to your dictionary, if you say d of 5 equal to 50, then you will get another key in your dictionary, d, which is 5, and the value will be 50. It will be mapped to 50. Okay, is it clear for everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's all regarding list and dictionary. Let us move. Okay, graph adjacency matrix. A dictionary representation of a graph adjacency matrix, pseudocode to create matrix with zeros using the dictionary. Okay. Now, what are your indexes of this matrix? It will be nodes, right? How many nodes you have? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 you will have as rows, and 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 you will have columns for this. So 0 to 1 for 0 to 1 it is connected by 3. So you will see 0, 1 it will be 3. 0 and 1 and 3 it will be 4 for first row, and 3 for third column it will be 4. So this is how the mapping will be there in your matrix. If for this particular graph, this will be the mapping. So 1 to 2 is connected by 1. So 1 to 2 will be connected by 1. So whatever the mappings that are not there, the remaining elements will be 0 in your matrix. Okay, actually it is actually a nested dictionary. Matrix is a nested dictionary. You can see here. So for 0th row, there is one. For 0th row, there are this 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 columns, and the particular values will be stored 0, 3, 2, 0, that thing. For first row also, there are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 columns. So it's the same thing will be there. For second row also, there are all these columns, and the values will be mapped in this way in the matrix. It is a nested dictionary. Each row has this columns 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 columns, and for the particular column the value will be mapped. For the 0, 0 the value will be 1. For 0, 1 the value will be 3. For 0, 2 value will be 0. Yeah, that's how this is a nested dictionary. Okay, how to access them? Matrix of 0, 1 if you say it will be 3. Matrix of 0, 4 if you say. Matrix of 0, 4 that is 8. Matrix of 1, 2 if you say that is 1. Matrix of okay, if you say 2, 3 that is 0. Matrix of 3, 0 if you say that is 7. Matrix of 3, 0 is 7. Matrix of 3, 3 if you say it is 0. Matrix of 3, 2 if you say it is 2. Is it clear for everyone?
Clear,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay. So actually the create matrix procedure creates a matrix with all the elements. Like if you specify the number of rows and number of columns, it will create a matrix with that many rows and that many columns with all the values as 0. So your matrix will be, if you say 3 by 3 matrix, then you will get 3 rows here and 3 columns. 3 rows means 0, 1, 2 only. 3 columns means 0, 1, 2 columns only. 0, 1, 2 columns you will get, and 0, 1, 2 rows you will get. All elements will be 0. 3 by 3 matrix. If you say 4 by 4 matrix, you will say 4 rows, 4 columns you will get, and the indexes will be 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, but there will be total 4 rows and total 4 columns, but the indexes will be 0. Starting index is 0, so it will be 0, 1, 2, 3. To access the elements, you will say, if you wanted to access last element of the last row, then it will be 3, 3 for a 4 by 4 matrix. Matrix of 3, 3 will give the last element of your matrix. Okay, that's all. regarding this. Yeah, this procedure is that not that much important, because you just create, you are in every code you will just use the create matrix. You will just say create matrix of m by n, then you will get a matrix with m rows and n columns. That's all. This is week 9 DFS recursion factorial. So I think only that's all for week 1 to week 8.
Yes, ma'am. These are done already in previous session.
Can you explain some dictionary example?
Sorry,
Can you explain some dictionary example?
dictionary.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you have any doubt, you can ask. Dictionary means I have already told, no? It has some key
Like some
value.
examples.
It has some see, what is, you can ask your specific doubt. If you are facing some doubt specifically, you can ask. I have already mentioned dictionary has key value pairs. Keys must be unique and the values can be repeated. And in order to access a dictionary, you will say d of key. You will get that particular value. In order to update a dictionary, you will say d of key equal to some value. Then your dictionary will be updated with that particular key mapped to some value.
Yes,
If you
ma'am.
have it, yeah. If you have
Can you
some
go to quiz 2, question number 11? QPF 3.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah, ma'am. Can you explain again DFS?
No, that is already
Because
explained.
I
You can
have
rewatch. You can watch that live session. It's yeah, you can watch that live session, like 9 to 12 concept summary live session.
Yes, sir. Explain in very detail. You can watch it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ma'am, quiz 2, question number 11. I have one doubt for procedure, ma'am.
Okay.
I don't know whether the question is wrong or I am wrong.
This one?
Third. F3, it's F3. Yes, F3. Ma'am, middle one.
Middle one only, but it's not accessing. Wait.
Yes, ma'am. Question number 11.
I think I have some network issue.
Okay.
Let me stop. Yeah, there is problem. I am unable to with my network.
May I share, ma'am?
You cannot share. There is no sharing option for you.
Okay.
Yeah, you can paste the code in the chat.
Ma'am, question is in PDF form, so I can't paste. Ma'am, can you access it in your mobile phone if you have? And you can see it from there and explain if it's possible.
Is down. Yeah, you can, if you have snipping tool or something, you can cut that portion and you can paste it in chat.
Okay, ma'am, let me try.
Ma'am,
Yeah, yes.
can you tell about the weightage of the like week 1 to 4 is the weightage of like 30% is 40%?
No,
Can
that
you
kind
tell?
of no, that is not discussed. Actually, every week will have the same mostly. See how many questions you will get for end term.
In 14, like 15.
No, it's not quiz. You will get more questions like 23, 24, 25 or more than that you will get. In quizzes, you will get 15 questions. But for end term, you will get more number of questions. So per week, there is chance of getting 2-3 questions. Something like 2-3 questions from each and every week.
Okay.
So for
Thank you.
yeah, for like from week 1, like week 1 concepts will be already covered. Even if we ask from week 4 or week 5, week 1 concepts will be covered. So yeah, mostly. So that's what, like week 1 is lesser complex. No, you may get lesser questions. That
Yeah.
kind of thing. Yeah. Yeah. Why I'm unable to see this? Okay, let me open. Which question? Question number?
Ma'am, 11.
So what is your doubt? Do something of A.
Ma'am, here given list is C, and it is saying B is equal to do something with C, and you can see the line number 1. This confused me in exam, and I leave the question.
What will be the value of first term? See, previously I have told no, M max equal to find max of mathematics. Inside the procedure, find max, there is only subject. But wherever subject is there, that will be replaced by mathematics. Similarly, inside the procedure, do something, you have defined as it as A. So what you are passing here? C. So wherever A is there, that will be replaced by this C. What is C? C is this list. Okay.
Okay.
So you remember this. Previously, I told you find max procedure that is defined by using the variable subject.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, but while you are invoking, you have passed one subject name, mathematics, physics, or chemistry. So wherever that subject is there, that variable is a subject, that will be replaced by mathematics, physics, or chemistry. It's the same thing. Do something of A. Here, you are passing C. Wherever the A is there, that will be replaced by C, the value C.
Okay.
Yeah. So actually, it is some list only, no? You are just checking
Yes,
the
ma'am. This is easy one. After coming from the exam, I see this one easy one.
the same thing for every procedure. So here update dictionary, to that there is variable Z and DICT, but what you are passing while calling Y. Y
Yes,
and
ma'am.
alpha dictionary. Alpha dictionary is a dictionary. Y is some card. Here Y
King.
is a row in the table, is a row in the words table. It is mentioned, no? Y is a row. So in place of Z, it will be Y everywhere, some row everywhere, and dictionary will be this particular alpha dictionary. That is you are passing, no? That is some T map
Yes,
to 2
ma'am.
and E map to 1. The same thing for every procedure. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Now I get it.
Yeah.
Previously, it was not told in any lecture. Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Any other doubts?
No doubt.
Yeah. Okay. If we don't have any doubts, we can end the session. If you have some doubts, we can still discuss. Okay.
No doubt, ma'am.
Yeah.
And math
Okay.
session is also going to start.
Okay then. Yeah. We can close the session then.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks all for joining the session.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks. Thanks everyone.
Thank you.